and this is the second episode on the channel Tech Sleuth. And last week, I talked about three watches presented by Apple in September, and those watches were the iWatch 7, iWatch 8, and Ultra. But I forgot to mention about one particular watch, and it's the cheapest watch on the Apple website, and that is the iWatch SE. Now, this watch, the iWatch SE, it comes in two sizes, and it comes in the size 40 millimeter, and the second largest size is the 44 millimeter. And so the starting price for the cheapest watch, just to get the entry level, so you don't have an iWatch, you just want the entry. So that will, the 44 millimeter iWatch SE, that will start at a cost of around $279. Now the iWatch SE, it comes in, from my understanding, three finishes. So you have the Starlight aluminum, and then you have Midnight, and then there's silver. So with the Apple SC watch, which is the cheapest watch that you can get on Apple, so say you want to go deep diving, or you just want to dive rather, it's waterproof up to 50 meters. And so some of the tech specs for this watch, it has a medications app. It does have maps. Now with the iWatch, the Ultra watch, which is the biggest watch that Apple provides, I said last week that that watch provides 2,000 nits of brightness. The SE watch provides half of that amount, so it provides like 1,000 nits of brightness. And so, and lastly, I'll talk about the iPhone 14, which came out last month in September. And the reason why it's so hard to talk about this particular smartphone is because it's getting so many mixed reviews. Some people love it, then some people hate it. So with the iPhone 14, if you want the smaller display, the 6.1 inch or the 6.7 inch, that's going to get you around a 12 megapixel display. And if you go to the iPhone 14 Pro, and let's see what the megapixels is for that. So it's around 48 megapixels. Okay, so just to get the base model for the iPhone 14 Pro, that's going to get you around $999, so about $1,000. If you get the iPhone 14 Pro Max, that's going to be around $1,099, so that's $1,000, $1,099 dollars. So basically, the iPhone 14 Pro, that's going to be 6.1 inch display, and the iPhone 14 Pro Max, that's going to be around 6.7 inch display. Based on what I've heard about the iPhone 14, I think one of the things that people like, and this can be a like or a dislike, is the dynamic island. And with the dynamic island, it's first of all, the iPhone 14 has a very thin bezels, and so the iPhone 14 has a dynamic island, so it's a little strip of black on the top of the phone, and it's supposed to provide notifications. And I think some people like that. Some people think it's a gimmick. Some people think that it malfunctions and they get too many notifications. So I'll leave it up to the consumer what they think about the dynamic island, and that with the iPhone 14 and the new watches that are coming out, they have this SOS function, this crash detection. So one of the things that I heard on the news recently is that there was a kid that was on a roller coaster, and the phone was moving around violently, maybe in his or her pocket. And so the phone called 911, part of the crash detection SOS function. And so when you're on a roller coaster, the iPhone thought that the person was in a crash because when you're on a roller coaster, everything's bobbing and weaving. And so that's a function or an algorithm that Apple will have to fix for the iPhone. So that's the end of this particular episode on the tech sleuth. I talked about two items, the iWatch SE and the iPhone 14. This is Tech Sleuth. Take care.